You ready? All right. And we are live.
Hey.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Four Color fans, to a special late night live stream on my channel, which is rare.
Late night stream.
But this is a special occasion. I'm here with my buddy, my brother, in the faith and in many other ways. Namman.
Hey.
How you doing, man?
All right. I'm really glad my books made it. I'm glad you made it there.
They did. I got them right here. There's no problems. We're going to go through it in a minute. But we're doing this because, by the way, Otaku tour guide is going to be joining us here in a few minutes. We're doing this because I know pretty much what Namman was sent, because we've talked about it. We were on. I think you showed it to me on IG, but I wanted to have a strategy and a plan, and your input as well as Otaku's about how to manage the comics you sent me. I haven't looked at them. All I did was I took the tape off the back of the backing board off the back of the bags, so we can go through them without being snagged. Because you already had a little accident on the $6 Million Man.
Those are war safe tapes. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Tim, how you doing, buddy? I hope you had a great time here in Florida. I've been watching on IG with you and the family and Disney and all that. So I hope everything went well. Thank you for being here. And of course, if anybody in the chat has any input, I always welcome that as well. First of all, let me just say that thank you, Namman, for the Iron Fist #1.
I'm glad I was able to help. I'm glad. We're not going to have a chance to help you, man. I mean,
you helped me a lot. In fact, you were the inspiration for me to do that video where I'm asking the community for help to finish my Marvel Value Stamp issue collection. Because when you gave me this, I was like, hey, maybe other people will want to help. And guess what? A video is coming out tomorrow where a lot of people have helped. So thank you, buddy.
Awesome
and you'll be getting my copy. Yeah, man. You'll be getting my copy back, which is in a similar condition but without the stamp. So you will have this issue. Okay.
All right.
And let's see what Tim's saying. Oh yeah, lots of fun with the kiddos. Oh, that's good to hear. They've grown so much, Tim, since I remember you showing them on your channel, in the COVID days, But it's good for you. Good to see you here, buddy. All right. So what's interesting here, Namman, is that you sent me American comic books and then those British reprint editions.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that is why that could be a little tricky. All right.
Yeah, I understand. Hey,
Kenneth.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
That's the one with the
mold.
Mold, yeah, mold.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna put my
Rayman got to it.
I'm gonna put my camera here. So let's see how I have it on my phone so we can sort of see what's going on down here. Let's see how good that is.
There you go. Yeah.
Is that all right?
That's the one, right? That's the one with the mold.
Well, I think don't they all have it?
No, well, this is most definite.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a look. First of all, I really like these issues because they have a lot of them have new covers, and this is a new cover. This is not one that I'm familiar with.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
So they make their own cover at least.
Yeah, I think, and some of that, not all, but in some they gave them new covers. So we have Shang-Chi here taking on some Spider-Man themed villains here, which is interesting. And again, the trick here, guys, is that this I noticed, right, that this cover, first of all, it's kind of stuck. There it goes. It's thin, very thin paper.
Yes.
Yeah. So this might be a little bit of a challenge when it comes to soaking it. But, again, we'll talk about that in a minute. Hey, Jackson Roy Kirk Wellbore. Welcome, buddy. Hey, lady. Hey, cat.
Hello, lady.
So if you just came in, Namman sent me a bunch of comics, and we're trying to evaluate and have a game plan for them, right? So this one here, offhand, what I can see, the cover looks pretty good. It's a little bit, looks like some dust shadow or something over here.
Uh-huh.
And of course, it's bent over, but that happens with these very oversized and this really flimsy paper.
Right.
Number 47 from August 10th, 1974. Gosh, almost my birthday. All right. And there's some kind of, looks like sweat stain here or something. Yeah, probably from humidity right there and right there. Can you see this top part in the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a sweat stain there, probably from humidity, and the staple is probably a bit rusty, right?
Yeah.
And then if you see down here, lots of mold spores.
Right.
Yeah. I see what you when you brought mold back from the UK. you weren't kidding, buddy. You weren't kidding. Yeah, you weren't kidding at all. But strangely, the colors are really nice and vibrant.
And pull up towards you so that we can see the mold. Pull up towards you.
Oh, sorry, like this.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so it's a black and white reprint. Yeah, I remember this issue. I don't remember exactly. It's one of the giant size issues, I think. Yeah, and the mold, and then there's you having a lot of acid here, a lot of acid buildup on the corner, a lot of browning, right? And that's
so
different.
To me, this is the experiment book. To me, this is the one you're gonna.
Okay, right. I was gonna say because there's one I'm gonna have to experiment on that may get messed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mold is less as it goes in, but it's still there. On the top, it's very clean, by the way. There's no mold up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely mold spores there. What is this? Crisis in the Caribbean. George Russo's inker. Don Heck artist. Oh, this is I think an Avengers issue, as I recall. Okay. Yeah, so more of the same. So what we're talking about here is we're going to have to soak each one of these pages in my solution of bleach, warm water, and a little bit of antibacterial soap.
Okay.
Yep. That's what we're gonna have to do with this to get this really bad here on the interior, on the outside part, right there, really black, really dark there.
Yeah.
So, and on the outside cover, you can see right there. Yeah.
Right.
So this has been exposed to some kind of moisture for a prolonged period of time. Yeah. All right. So game plan. I have my little pad here. I mean, a basic clean. Oh, this is hold on. This is number 47. A basic clean. You want to do a basic clean.
And lighter fluid. That's what.
No lighter fluid necessary, I don't think, for this. Basic dry clean here. I don't see anything, no staining per se, except for the mold. Right. So I think it's just a basic clean will do. But this is definitely going to need a few soaks. It's going to need the deep, what I call the mold soak, which is that one I told you with the bleach, the warm water, the antibacterial soap.
When you say soak, you soak just portion of it, or you soak the whole thing?
I have to soak the whole thing because if you leave any of this mold, it'll just spread.
Right.
So you have to remediate it. You essentially have to kill the spores, right?
Are you gonna soak it one page at a time, or you do the whole thing?
Yeah, I have to do one at a time because otherwise they stick together and they rip. Yeah.
Well, you volunteer, man. I'm saying
it's not a lot of work really because I just throw it in there. I mean, I don't have to
Yeah.
rub it or anything, you know.
Yeah, still, man, you have to unstaple it and all that.
Yeah, I have to
stuff.
take out the staples.
Yeah.
I have to take out the staples, and then I have to.
It's tedious. That's what I'm saying. It's not
Well,
tedious.
yeah, it's a bit tedious, but no big deal. I can do 4 pages. I have that mesh, so I can do 4 pages in like, within a few hours, right?
Yeah.
And then it'll dry overnight. Then I'll do another 4 pages, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Pull you because your name gets in the way, or you
Mhm.
can make it bigger.
Now, notice here, this top staple has rusted through.
Yeah.
See that gap there and there? Yeah.
You could.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that staple's real rusty. So I'm probably gonna have to glue that gap together there and there.
Can you make yourself bigger, Roger?
What was that?
Can you make
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I should have thought of that, shouldn't I? Oh boy, there we go. Sorry. I wasn't, thinking or nothing. I was just going to town. Bleach, warm water, and lighter fluid. No lighter fluid. No lighter fluid.
There you go. Yeah.
There. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So, the mold soak will have to be done each page, and then I'm gonna have to do a
Namman has filled up Roger's time for next 3 years. Everybody will just have to wait.
no, this will take me 2 or 3 weeks, I'd say.
Only for now.
Hey, Wilbur. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sitting kind of in the lotus position here. You're right.
Hey, that's a Korean way, man.
That's right. Hey, this is martial arts stuff here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have to soak everything again to remove the
extra soap stuff.
Yeah, you have to remove all those products,
This
those chemicals.
This way, all the other chemicals.
Correct. So I will soak it in some distilled water. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I didn't know that was a thing, but I'm glad. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense to me.
It makes sense. Yeah, because if you leave it in, I mean, it's not gonna harm anything, but you may get like little white spots, things like that.
Right. I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, whatever foreign stuff you don't want to have to have.
You don't want to have that stuff, right? Yeah. And then, of course, we have to disassemble. Then we have to glue. You have to glue the staple areas.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, you're going to just use regular. What do you call it? Wood glue or something?
I'll use the this here, which is again acid free, water soluble, so you can always take it out. It's not restoration; it's conservation stuff. Right?
Okay.
And then we have to give everything a press, probably 2.
Okay. When you press this, you press 1 page at a time.
Oh no! I'll reassemble the comic, because if you press it one at a time, first of all, that is almost impossible because the press, it doesn't have enough pressure.
Oh, it does not enough pressure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you wanna reassemble the comic.
So if the comic book is too thin, that could be a problem.
Could be a problem, correct? Yeah. So you wanna
maybe you could add extra pages to it, maybe.
No, I will. I will add in buffers in between here,
okay.
Right? In the middle, so that will relieve stress on the staples.
Okay? Yeah, good.
And then I'll have to press this. This is thin, so I'm gonna press it 20 minutes. At 160.
That because I had a little delay.
Okay. At 165 degrees.
What now? What can you?
I'm going to press it for 20 minutes at 165 degrees.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cold press it for 12 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens.
Sounds good.
Again, the soaking. When I say the soak, the mold soak, that is probably going to be at least half an hour. So 30 minutes in the soak, okay? In the mold soak. And if I need longer, I'll just...
Really excited.
You're excited?
Because I was so disappointed when you go to UK, right? And you bring these comic books and you go, oh man, I hit a gold mine, right? Then
right.
Then you come back and there's a mold and but I didn't want to throw them away. So they were in the corner of my cave for the longest time, getting no love at all.
All right, let's look at these next ones here. Here we got a Star Wars one.
Oh, I love it. Look at that. Yeah.
Really, really great colors on this. Yeah. Now I don't see any mold on this one.
Yeah. I don't see.
This is just for a clean and a press, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I would trust you guys to judge if there's any kind of mold.
Okay. There's no mold here. I just see a lot of wrinkling here on the bottom of the spine. See right there?
Mm-hmm.
It's just probably from bad storage conditions and because it's so thin,
Yeah.
And you got a dog ear here. Let's see if we can take care of that. Yeah, that's supple enough. Yeah, this is nothing. There's nothing up with this. Oh, there's a little bit here. That I don't think that's mold. That I think is a little bit of color rub. Yeah. So I can get that off, no problem. I'm not going to do it with this. I was just testing it. Okay. That's no problem. That's no problem. All right. So let me put this one on this one. Hold on. 47. So this one is piece of cake. This is like walking. This is like a walk in the park here. Nice. This is Star Wars 37. It's really not that dirty even. By the way, clean hands always when you're handling this stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, the only reason I'm concerned about is that you touched the mold book first.
I didn't touch the mold with my hands. That's what I use. That's why I use this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So basic clean, no disassembly, nothing like that, and just I would say a 20-minute press.
Okay.
165 and 8-hour cold press should be fine.
Yeah.
And then reevaluate. It might need a couple pressings, but because of this down here is pretty wrinkly. But no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be a piece of cake. Yeah.
I'm glad.
But that's a really, really nice color strike on that.
Yeah.
Now this is an interesting one.
Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck.
Hold on, let me put this on the Star Wars. Hold on, I haven't keeping up with the chat. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. They're talking about my leg stuff. All right. All right. This. I didn't even know they did these. Okay, that's funny. March of 75. Sixpencer, huh? Not bad. Wow, this is not even a newsprint cover. Not even a slick cover. So this produces a different type of challenge. Because I'm not gonna steam this one. I'm gonna let it sit in the humidity chamber overnight.
Okay.
Because if you get it too soaky, it'll start to get a water stain,
Okay. Oh, I see. Water stain. Okay.
Yeah. And it has some color pages. Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
Because of those molds, I didn't get to look through these books. You know that, right?
This has no mold, buddy.
Okay.
This is good. This is no mold.
Tech Comics says, you can do it, Meron. You can do it. Yes, you can.
Uh-oh.
Yes, you can.
I see a problem.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't see that. Well, that's okay.
Somebody cut out some panels.
Oh, wow. All right. That's all right.
Bummer.
That's okay. That's worse than missing steps, I say.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah. So this is no problem either, buddy. Hold on. Let me get my pad here. So Mickey and Donald.
Was it a mouse? Was it a mouse?
No, Tat, how you doing, buddy?
Everybody knows how to. Everybody knows how to.
All right, this is basic
Everybody knows
clean.
how to trigger Roger.
Basic clean. Overnight humidity. It's not even that wrinkly, to tell you the truth.
Tech Comics. Quentin Carlin. Who does that? I feel phantom pain.
It's not even that wrinkly. So
Electronic Joey's here.
Hey Joe, how you doing? There's a little bit of writing over here, 51K, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Those are no big deal to me.
Okay, all right. Cause if I can remove that, but it's on the red. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I rather keep those rather than trying to remove those.
Okay. So really, the only thing this is going to need is a basic clean, and really just a very basic clean. The humidity, and then just a quick press. I'm not even going to do 20. I'm going to do 15 minutes, because when it's this type of paper, you don't want to put too much heat on it. Too much time.
I was quite disappointed by that missing.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
It's
165, okay. And then
I'll still keep it around.
Oh yeah, it's still cool. And then I'll give it a 12-hour cold press, because since the only reason I'm going to do 12 hours, I'm not sure how it would react by just having like the newsprint. So better safe than sorry that way. You don't want it to spring back.
Yeah.
But no, there's nothing really. There's a little bit of tanning over here at the edge, but not enough to soak it or nothing, Yeah. It's just a little bitty bit. So yeah.
Dark 81. Who's Dark Ken 81?
Yeah, this is no problem.
Dark Ken 81 is on the chat. Roger is not available for responding to your chat, so I'll try
it. Hey, Quentin, how you doing?
Quentin.
Yeah, I know. It's a bummer, but some of us did in foolish times cut things out of comics. I'm afraid, Quentin.
You can put on a finger puppet show in those holes.
Yeah, I can marry those cutouts, but I need to know what's in there, and I don't think I have another one of these issues anywhere. Finger puppets in those holes. All right, let's keep going here. We have another Avengers and Master of Kung Fu, and I do recognize this cover. This is from Giant Size Spider-Man.
I love that cover. That is a beautiful cover.
Yeah, this is one I'll definitely be sending back to you for sure, because I already have the regular one.
Okay.
Okay, let's evaluate here. I don't see anything on the front cover, but once again, rusty staple here.
Yeah.
Not rusty up here.
Okay.
Only in the bottom staple.
Okay.
Okay. All right. What is this, number 48?
No, Merog is known as the fixer.
Fixer. Well, we'll do what we can here.
What's that movie? What's that movie? Tarantino movie. What's that?
I don't know.
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
That guy who came in Cartel. What's his name?
I haven't seen that movie in so long. They were all like colors: Mr. White, Mr. Blue, that stuff. Okay, Namman, there's no mold on this.
Okay.
You see that? There's just tanning down here.
Okay.
See that? Just a little tanning. Well, not a little tanning, a good amount of tanning because of storage. They didn't put this in a plastic bag.
The moisture will be okay, right?
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Yeah, hydrate, a little bit of hydrating, and
I'll give it a steam. But I'm not going to soak each page for that because there's too much risk.
Right.
Up here, there's quite a bit of tanning.
Again, I mean that Moldy book is so far that's the experiment book.
Yeah, there is one issue though here I just noticed, and that is that there's loose pages.
Okay.
Like this page here, the centerfold is loose.
Okay.
Okay, so that's not a big deal. Let me see. How did this loosen? That's still there. How did this get loose?
It's not missing a page, is it?
No, I don't think so. Let me take a quick look. Hold on. 18, 16, 17, 18. No, it's fine. But how did that get loose? Because it's not ripped through, you know? Oh, hold on a second. Is this glued up here?
Is that a staple? Is there a staple at all?
Yeah, there's a staple. There's a staple right there.
How many?
There's no staple up here.
Bucks. I won't do that to Roger. I won't do that to Roger.
Yeah, there's no staple up here.
Oh, yeah, okay. So it's a group.
There's one staple here.
Only if there's not. I wonder if the staple don't belong there then.
Okay, this is weird. Yeah, there's one staple here, but there's no staple here.
I wonder if the staples don't belong there then. I wonder.
Either that or they didn't put one up here. One of the two. Yeah. But so I'll reattach that somehow. No worry. If even I might have to just glue it in there, but I'll reattach it. All right. So this one, just basic clean. Yeah, I don't really see much wrong with this Namman, honestly.
Yeah.
Basic clean, reattach, centerfold.
Nice. That's the one staple variant. One staple variant.
That's the one staple variant, right? Go to Staples. Hey, Ken. And then again, just press.
Joseph, I've been looking for that variant for years.
20 minutes at 165 and cold press for we'll give it the 12-hour there, and then reevaluate. I might need a couple presses, I'm not sure, but this is pretty flat actually. Yeah, pretty flat. There's a little bit of browning here, but again, that's storage issues. But the actual cover is actually very vibrant. Yeah. So yeah, pretty good. That was a good pick. All right, let's put this back in here. It gets its little.
If you fix these books, every one of these books is a good pick, in my view.
Yeah. Well. I mean, yeah, true. I mean, the ones with the mold, we'll see. You know, I know I can get it better. I don't know if I can get rid of it all because of the page quality is so different, right? All right, this is a new cover. This is number what?
You think what do you think? That's a different cover, or you saw that cover before?
This is a new cover. Yeah, this is I don't recognize this cover from the run.
Who's a C World War 19?
Hey, Carson, how you doing, buddy?
Carson, okay. Hey, Carson.
Good to see you here. We're just doing some evaluating here. All right, let's see what we got inside. The cover outside, I don't see much except a little bit over here of like that same kind of browning.
Yeah.
Dust shadowing. Inside, by the way, the stories here are start on the covers, on the inside covers. More browning here.
This has staples, right? Both of them?
This has 1, 2 staples. It sure does.
Yeah.
This one is pretty rusty. And this one too. So I'm going to have to disassemble it and de-rust those. You know, I forgot to put that on that staple, on that one there. Hold on. See, you have to remind me this stuff, boy. De-rust staple. Very important.
De-rust staple.
Yes. I have a solution of vinegar and I sandpaper.
Will you make a video on this, Roger?
What was that?
Will you make a video on that?
of the derusting. Dude, I leave it in there for like 2 days.
I mean, just show that you put it in and say,
Oh, all right.
days later, 2 days
All
later.
right, you're the boss. You're the boss, man. Okay.
Hey,
You're the boss. You're the boss.
I'm not a boss. You don't have to do it, okay?
Okay, so derust staples in this case, plural.
Pretty sure that other guy is Zanzibar from G.I. Joe. Zanzibar.
Lighter fluid. No lighter fluid for derusting. No. I don't see any mold on this one either. Just a lot of edge browning.
Edge browning, you call it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean all that is because when it was stored, a lot of oxygen came into it wasn't like in a bag,
48-hour video. Can't wait.
That's right. Oh man, you guys are hilarious. All right, but there's no mold on this, buddy. Okay, no mold.
No mold.
And again, yeah. Oh, look at this. It's like blank here. You could draw something in there.
Yeah, I'm not drawing anything. Maybe I will.
Yeah, it says plan sheet right there. And yeah, this is not too bad. It's got the sweating here, but nothing too bad. Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Okay, so basic clean, derust staples.
Do all live, all the time. 48-hour live stream. I watch that.
And then again, 20-minute press, 165.
We have a demand for you doing the 48-hour clean and press, right?
No, not that. You don't need to leave it that long, I mean, some people leave it in there for days. You could. I mean, it's not going to harm it per se, but unless you want to wait like 2 months or something, All right, so that was not a problem. That was not a problem. Let's put the plan on there. Okay, there we go. Ooh, look at this one. Barry Windsor Smith. Woohoo! Looky there.
Yeah, Conan.
Nice. Send it to me. Tat says, send it to me. He'll draw something in there.
Huh?
Tat is saying you can send that comic to him. He'll draw something in that for you. Wow, look at this beautiful cover. Now this is a cover from Conan. I recall this cover. I don't have it.
That one too, sort of.
Yeah. So this is Conan 4. No, Savage Sword. Sorry, Conan Savage Sword. Conan number 4. Okay. Really great colors on this.
Yeah.
A little bit of a chip there. I can take care of that.
Colin claims it. Sorry, Colin.
Okay, no rust on the staples. Yay! Not at all dirty. Just a few little ticks here. Not bad at all. A little bit of a miscut. You see that tapers that way.
Yeah.
And look up here. Can you see up here? You can't even read the top column because it's cut off here.
Jackson. Sorry, Conan shown on this channel automatically go to me.
Yeah, can you see this top part in the camera? I'll turn it around. Oh, you can see it.
Oh yeah,
you see up here how it's like it fades, the text fades away.
Yeah.
So it's miscut here. Not that much browning, honestly. Just a little bit of a tanning, actually. Okay, here it's kind of fixed here. It's like, look, now all of a sudden we have it back. And here we have a little bit of a dog ear. I can glue that back in, not a problem. Let me write this down. Hold on. Glue dog.
Night, Ted.
All right, take care, Tat, bud. All right.
Always looking for my shot. You miss, only you don't take.
That's right. Yeah, this one is not that bad as far as the tanning or browning on the edges.
Later, Ted. Ta 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 ta.
Yeah.
All right.
It does have a lot of like in the back here has a lot of like little wrinkles, and that right there is a little folded over there a little bit.
Yeah.
But that I can fix on a press. Don't you worry. Yeah. So this is really nice.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, that. Gorgeous stuff. So this is easy, basic, clean, no chemicals, no nothing like that. I already told you about the glue on the dog ear, and then the usual press.
What happened was whenever I showed you these books, right? Remember? I don't know if you remember.
I do.
Because you guys said that we think that's a mold. I just shut the box and just put that whole box away. So.
Okay, gotcha. You didn't. You just like I don't even want to deal with it.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So that's how long I have not seen these guys. So.
Okay, no problem. I get it. I get it. All right, so let's give that one its little instructions. All right, so that's it for the British stuff.
All right.
Okay. Ooh, this one is rough. Okay.
Is that Kung Fu?
Nope.
Oh, which one is that one? Oh, that one. No, that one. I had no hope for it, but yeah.
Yeah, this one.
I saw the books you were fixing, so why not?
Yeah. Hey, listen, we can only try. I mean, you're not going to lose much here. Looks like all the mold is on the top part here, and as you can see, can you see the top here? You can see a lot.
Tony, what's up, Tony? Old Wolf is here.
Hey, Tony, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you here. You can see that the humidity up here created wrinkles and ripped and created chipping up here. Yeah. So you can see a lot of chunks missing, a lot of things folded over. See, that is folded over right there. Quite brittle. It's quite brittle up here.
Hey guys, I can join?
Okay, come on, buddy. And this one here on the bottom, right here. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a Charlton kind of tannic.
Roger, you have to look up or talk with you.
Yeah, I put the link in the IG, so you should be able to come on. Okay, hold on. This is Monsters on the Prowl. Monsters on the Prowl number 11. So right off the bat, this is going to need definitely a mold soak. This is going to need two different types of soak. I'll tell you why. It's going to need a mold soak for this top part. And this, and the first wrap for sure.
Okay.
Cover and first wrap. And then it's going to need a calcium carbonate soak, because this kind of brittle here, eventually that's all going to chip away.
You know what? After I see how you do this, I may send you my I know it has autograph on it, but is the autograph gonna do something bad to it if you start?
Yeah, probably, because that's ink. Yeah. Yep. Now I can do localized if the signature's not where the mold or the tanning is. I can do localized.
The shield number 1. What's his name signed it?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a little too far gone, I think. Yeah. Yeah, if I put that in a soak, it's just going to come apart.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So, so I'm going to say the mold soak, and then the calcium carbonate soak, because I have to deacidify this.
Okay.
And calcium carbonate is a deacidification agent.
Dark Ken 81. Hello, Old Wolf and Otaku Tour.
Luckily, though, for this one, man, it doesn't look like the mold penetrated too far in.
Inside looks okay.
Yeah, the staple is not rusty as far as I can tell. Let me see here. Yeah, staples are not rusty, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, but that one there looks like I went through, so I'm gonna have to fix that. So fix bottom staple.
Old Wolf wants to hop on.
Who?
Old Wolf. Tony.
I don't think I can send a link. Oh, maybe I can. Hold on.
I'll send it to him. I'll send it to him.
Oh, you sent it to him. All right. All right. So fix bottom staple, the calcium carbonate soak, the mold soak. I'm gonna give this not even a basic clean yet. I'm just gonna give it some pad cleaning. That's these makeup pads. But I'm not gonna mess with the gum eraser or the Absorine because that cover is too weak.
Tony, did you turn off? Tony, he turned off me. He's blocking me to send messages to him on IG.
Well, what did you do to Tony?
I don't send you a message.
Okay.
Let me try it again.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this back cover here.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. Can you see this? Oh, yeah. And the back cover also has mold. Look at that.
Yeah.
But somehow the interior did not get that much mold.
Yeah, Tony, there's no way for me to send you a message.
Let me see if I can send it to him. Tony, he's one of my favorite people here, so I'll go the extra mile here. Okay, where's that link that I sent you?
All right, Tony. Tony.
Copy. Old Wolf. Hold on. Old Wolf.
Diabetic Superman. Hey,
there he is. Hey, DS. All right, Tony, I'm sending you the link, buddy. There we go. Hey, DS, how you doing, my friend? Okay, so again, I think the game plan for this one is to do the pad cleaning, the mold soak.
Iggy Pop is here. Iggy Pop.
Iggy. Hey, I didn't know you'd be awake at this hour, buddy. The mold soak, and the first cover and first wrap, then the calcium carbonate soak for the cover only.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably going to be about the mold soak's probably going to take about at least 40 minutes, I'd say. And then fix the bottom staple and then press 170 degrees for half an hour.
Okay.
And then a post clean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, the top here, Namman, is very ragged, so it's not going to look the best, but it'll look a lot better. Okay.
Yeah, Roger doing it late because with the Otaku wasn't going to come on board.
Yeah, my wife also had a conference call, so I needed to do a little later. Okay. All right, so That one, it'll look better, but it's not going to be great.
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right.
Hey, I am one of us. Welcome. Okay, this one here. This is interesting.
I think I kept that soon after you say you could clean the mold. So
okay, yeah, sure I can. Now this is interesting.
Yeah.
This is an FF88.
Yeah.
And the cover is very discolored.
Yep. I mean, I think it's
well, hold on a second. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the color it's kind of supposed to be. This is the color it is. So this is all acid buildup here.
Yeah.
This bottom staple is popped, probably because it's so brittle.
Yeah.
Hey, Rad, how you doing? Haven't seen you around in a while. Yeah. Wow. This is like the most tanned comic I've ever seen.
Yeah. I figure you could do something with it, man. I know you can't.
You think I'm some kind of miracle worker, buddy?
Yeah. Dr. Roger.
All right.
Hey, Higgy, I need you to come here and sing a song.
Yeah, Higgy, we need a serenade at this point, buddy. All right, right off the bat. Man, okay, I'm gonna give this a light cleaning to start. That cover is very brittle. This is gonna need 3 soaks. Okay. A distilled water soak, just to get some of that stuff out of there. Okay, with warm water. And then I'm going to penetrate that stuff with calcium carbonate.
Mm-hmm.
Calcium carbonate soak. And then another distilled water soak. Probably the first soak, I'm going to put half an hour. For the calcium carbonate, 20 minutes.
Cool.
The distilled water soak for 10 minutes.
Cool.
And I have to let it dry.
Mm-hmm.
No, hold on. If I put a distilled water soak, do I have to let it dry? No, I don't, because it's going to be in the mesh. Okay, so it'll be one after the other. Okay, good. All right, let's keep going. Pages are kind of creamy to kind of creamy, but they're not brittle.
Yeah.
Nice splashy here by Kirby.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should.
Early books just doesn't look like a. If I seen these books early on, I wouldn't have complained.
Right. Another kind of splash. Look at this. He was doing like full page.
I won't complain about his art if he was like this. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't think I have to soak the interiors. I think they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a little bit. The color's not great.
This is why you're the fixer, Merog.
Right. Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. Well, look at that.
Fix the art as well. Don't fix the art, man. Don't fix the art.
Fix the art, right. All right. Let's see. Fix bottom staple.
No, man. 1966 evening, Nova man.
Hey, thanks, DS. How you doing, one of us? No man. Hey, buddy, how you doing? How things in Kentucky? All right, so the back cover it's really not that dirty. It's just
that the yellow, whatever you call that.
Yeah, it's that acid buildup,
Yeah.
And
look at that color, man. I mean, if you can make that white, oh gosh, I love you.
Okay, listen. no guarantees. Okay,
I know.
I'll try. All right, and then press. Okay, that's if. A press if I can get this supple enough, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go low temperature, 165 for 30 minutes, and then cold press.
Oh, Old Wolf is on backstage. Maybe.
Okay. Hold on, I'll let him in. Hey guys, sorry. How you doing?
Don't apologize. You're busy. I didn't even want to bother you.
No, you're no bother, Tony. Always great to be on with you, buddy.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
They were on backstage all this time.
So, Norman, are these your books that he's?
Yeah, these are my books. Yeah.
How you doing, Otaku?
Good.
Sorry, I totally forgot to. I was like concentrated, and I totally forgot to let you in.
No worries.
The idea of this book, getting fixed is just exciting as heck.
I actually had a question about the calcium carbonate soak.
Okay.
That is to address the brittleness or the acidification?
Both, in a sense.
Okay.
It is a deacidification agent. I used it on one of your comics. I forgot which one it was.
Okay.
And it strengthens because it extracts the acid from the fibers. It actually strengthens the fibers because the acid, think of acid, right? If you put like acid on a like vinegar, it'll start to dissolve whatever's in there. Well, in paper, it does a similar thing, but just much slower.
Okay.
It turns it brittle. You know how it goes. So what that does is it extracts that reaction and allows the paper to kind of mesh a little bit. I mean, at a molecular level, I think, not at a level of.
And how does that affect the color of the page?
It really doesn't do much, but it might slightly whiten it, only because it extracts the impurities that acid has created in the paper. Okay.
Jackson Royal Cook says Roger was exposed to cosmic rays back in 1982.
You guys are too much. All right.
Oh, that's my old man.
Nice book.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, first of all, how you been, Tony? I haven't talked to you in a while, man.
Good. I'm sorry I can't hop on your show there so I can pull a box. I haven't done that in a while.
I'm sure you're a busy man, so no worries.
Someone accused you of being soaked already, Tony.
What?
Oh man.
Somebody was accusing you of being soaked already when Roger was talking about soaking a comic book.
Maybe they're talking about the little drinky winkies they do on Thursday, right?
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm just drinking water. I'm just getting ready.
Yeah, Tony's sober, no problem.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This one here, guys. This is interesting.
Okay.
This looks like foxing to me here.
Okay.
There. I don't know if it comes out in the camera, but there are brown spots here.
Mm-hmm.
Or kind of yellowish brown spots.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like just red almost.
And yeah, well, you're right. I mean, the foxing can be actually red, yellow, brown, I do believe. There's some here. And you can sort of tell up here a little better on the white. Let me put it this way. See here, I think you can see how it comes through here.
Yeah.
Right there. So this here, I'm going to have to do what I did with your Thor 337, Otaku. I'm going to have to give it... Oh, look at this one up here.
Yeah.
That's a good one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not more...
Did it turn white?
Yeah, he got rid of it, all the foxing. So no remnants of it whatsoever.
Cool.
Yeah, what I do is I have a solution of hydrogen peroxide and water essentially, and a little bit of that bleach, just a little bitty bit.
So you're gonna OxyClean it.
Essentially, yeah. But with stronger chemicals, Tony. And that if so far I've gotten good results with that concoction, so hopefully that'll work. It also is a little bit dirty, so hold on. OMAC 1.
You want it this white?
No. Listen, man.
No, I'm just reading it. I'm reading the post and the comment section.
Oh, you're reading, okay.
So Namman, where'd you get these from? These stuff you always had, or you just picked up?
Some of them I picked up while collecting. These are most of these. Actually, all of these are not my original collection.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Nova Man says these are already better than my comics. You're funny. Okay, so I'm gonna have a deep clean on this one first of all. So that means that I'm going to use some gum eraser. I'm going to use a little bit of magic eraser. I'm going to use a little bit of Zorine and get all this dirt, because you don't want the dirt to penetrate when you press it and all that, right?
I had a question. The magic eraser, don't you have to wet that to clean it?
You do, but I do not, because you don't want to use it as an abrasive per se. You're using it to sort of sweep off a very tiny layer of the gloss that's on here. And if you get it wet, it weakens the cover too much. So I only use it as the last part to just get rid of that little, because when you're using erasers and you're using a gum eraser, you leave a little bit of a residue, just very minute. And that magic eraser, when you just pass it over, I mean, when I say pass it over, Tony, I mean like that, no pressure, and that gets rid of all that. And then after that, I use a dryer sheet. Let me see where I got that. Over here. I use a dryer sheet because it kind of picks up any kind of particles, and that gets rid of anything that the magic eraser leaves behind.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Because you don't want to leave any little thing on there when you're pressing it, because otherwise you'll get a little divot in there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's continue here. Yeah, that Jack Kirby just went bananas in this little series here. All right, deep clean. I'm gonna put.
Yeah, you know how I feel about this book, right, Roger? You know how I feel about this book.
What was that? I'm sorry.
You know how I feel about this book.
Oh yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Yes, I do. And
Don't screw it up.
The anti-foxing solution, and then of course distilled water, warm water to remove whatever the solution leaves in, because otherwise that solution will leave major tide lines. Look at this, guys.
Nice.
Look at that.
Love it.
2-page spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought about using the artist gum eraser. You can shape it to what you need. The amateur player says.
Have you ever thought about using the artist? I do have one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have one, and I do use that. And I probably will have to use it on this comic as well. Yes.
Isn't it? It's no, I don't. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's a Stalin's take on it. Stalin.
Yeah, Starlin and other people, Denny O'Neil as well.
Yeah.
And a few people that also left comments on Command.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that it wasn't. If it was Jack Kirby's idea, he never said it.
He never explicitly said it. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like the staples are nice and tight. That's good.
If
You got a little bit of a. Did you do this as a worm up here?
Yeah, as a worm.
Did you eat that?
Yeah. All right, CJ. Come on.
if
I
that
tell
was
you.
split, how would you just like put a thin layer of glue on there to?
Correct. I have Tony. I have this stuff here, which is acid-free, slow drying, and water soluble. So you can remove it with
And
no damage whatsoever.
and Roger, as far as you applying those things, you have my full permission to do it, even on this book. So
Okay, well, probably a good idea to use it up here
okay,
because every time you open it, that's going to just widen a bit.
yeah.
Very kind of dirty spine here, and not a very ragged, but a semi-ragged edge.
Yeah.
Here. And look, there's a little something just flaked off of there.
Oh my
Okay.
God! Don't get mad at them.
So I
In
just
terms of paper quality, because when people get books graded, I know the color of the pages matter.
Yes.
But that doesn't necessarily impact the grade, or does it? Like
it does. Yeah, it does. If the pages are if the interior is very brown, then it can only get a certain amount of it. Like you're not going to get a 2.8 with a dust shadow kind of browning up here or anything like that.
So let's say it's like a perfectly pristine book, but it's just aged and it's brittle and acidified to a point where there's maybe a little bit, it's changed the color, it's changed the texture of the pages.
Right.
What would that get? Like in all other respects, it looks great though.
I'm not exactly sure. I'm not that much of a grading guru, but I do know that if the pages are if they're not at least in the off-white range, I don't think you're going to get a near mint above that, one of those 9 whatever grades.
That's me. How I get it, Jackson? I was thinking of a 400
right.
on a D1
So,
but this is
Taco, I'm not sure. I can look up the Overstreet grading standards when we do this again after I finish, and then we'll talk about that again. Right.
No sender of any kind, Roger. Don't listen to Nomad 1960.
What are we saying? These books are really good. Let's see. Oh, Mac, that's Commandy's grandpa. I was thinking of 400 grit on the orbital center. Oh, man. You guys are too much, man.
These guys are, just kick these guys out.
You guys are too much. You guys are really too much. Other than that, it does have like these little. It's when you put your finger on it, it's almost like
Oh, so we're gonna go with the one.
It's almost like it's an embossed, It's yeah. So I might have to press this twice because I see a lot of creasing here, right there, and those bumps. Take those bumps out of there. I might have to press it twice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's it.
All right.
That's it for this. Twice. Yeah. Two press. Okay.
So I am one of us. I am one of us. Okay.
Yep. I'm one of us.
I am one of us.
In terms of the OMAC book, what grade would you put it at, and what do you think potentially the improvement would do to
I give it about a 3, 2.5, 3.
Yeah, I'll say 3 myself.
Yeah. I think if we clean it up and press it, we can get this to a 5-ish.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. The only thing that's going to hold it back a bit is just that the interior is, not. It's off-white at best, maybe more like cream,
Yeah.
And what else? And I don't think I can get it white,
Yeah.
It's just so. It's almost like a grayish color right now. So,
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, I've had some luck with Charlton's and soak them for like days and stuff, but I don't want to do that with comics that actually have any kind of value, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So this OMAC, what is this, number 4? Okay, hold on. Tony, you have these comics?
I have the first one. I had the first one. I don't have any other. I don't think. Well, I have like, you know, when OMAC came out later, but on this series, I only have the first one.
Okay, I was just wondering if there were a lot of defects, because this one's got like this kind of a weird registration here, and I was just wondering if that's because there are certain titles that have, you know, like constant defects, printing defects.
See, really be careful this book.
Yeah, look right here. You can see a rip there or a tear.
Yeah.
So that I'm going to have to be very careful before I glue it. This has got a nice little spine roll.
Yeah, spine roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. So, all right. So this is going to need a basic clean.
I love how you cleaned your voice and went.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, Tony, certain challenges, you know, I let know by grunting. Yeah. What is this?
What is what?
What is this over here?
What is that?
Oh yeah, there's one reason I sent it to you.
Yep. Ha ha ha. What is that?
Does
I
it
think
feel
that's
rough?
fading from there was a stain on it and then it faded.
Does it go through?
No, it doesn't. But it's like a texture, Otaku. Like
I see that
transferred on there, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It could be anything.
Taco, have I ever sat with you?
I don't think so. I think this is our first virtual meeting. Yeah.
Oh, how you doing?
Good.
Well, okay. Well, guess what? That's coming up.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Okay. All right. No problem then.
Yeah.
I was a bit worried. Now, but it's weird how that's textured there. Yeah, there's definitely like something else on there, because yeah, I can peel that up. So okay, no worries. I might have to soak it. We'll see.
Okay.
Basic clean. Spine roll. Oh boy. Okay. So hold on. Let me see the rest of this comic, just in case there are any other surprises. Let's see. Glue. Tear at bottom.
That's where the one slept under the comic.
Hey Kirby, how you doing? This is where the worm slept. Yeah. Ask Namman how he connects Captain Marvel to Commandy's underwear.
I'm getting roasted just being here, man.
Oh man.
Chapter 1.
Okay. Ooh, look at that, guys. I love these spreads, man.
Yeah. Did you read the whole thing?
I don't have this anymore, but I've read the OMAC series. Yeah.
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 All this way, Kirby book? What do you mean all this way, Kirby book?
Okay, the interior looks okay. Kind of off. Oh, what is this here?
You're not showing us.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem. It looks they're not too tan, just a little bit off whitish.
Yeah. By the way, I have a complete 1 through 8, so I read the whole thing.
Weird staples. Oh, because of the spine roll. Okay, all right, hold on. All right, staples are nice and tight, but hold on a second. I have to get a little closer here, guys. So forgive me if I'm not showing it well.
There you go.
Okay, staples are fine. All right. Not that dirty, actually. Okay, so basic clean. Then we're going to do a steam for 5 minutes and try to straighten that spine roll. I'm not going to disassemble it because it's not that bad. I think I can do the same thing I did with your Thor 337 Taku, and massage it over.
Okay.
And I'll probably have to press it 2-3 times to get it all the way over, but That I'd rather do that than disassemble the comic.
Yeah.
That would scare the crap out of me.
Taku wasn't very happy before, so I don't think I'm not.
Tony, that's why you have to do it in very small increments. You just sort of massage it a little bit. Because otherwise, what I'd have to do is I'd have to press this flat, right?
Yeah.
I have to press this flat. Look how peaked that is, right? So I'm afraid if I did that I'd have to recrease this again, and then it kind of look a little funky because it already has this crease there that's pretty prominent. So I'd rather sort of massage it a little bit, and we'll move that a little bit further down here.
I've been told I'm a bull in a china shop, so that's nothing I could do. I mean,
well, I think that's a slight exaggeration. Yeah, I think that'll work.
Tony, do you press and clean your comics?
Hell no. I tried a little pressing, but it was with a hand iron. I was nothing with. I don't have like a press or anything. It was with a hand iron type of thing.
Right.
And I didn't do it. I did that for about a week, and I said, "Yeah, this ain't for me." So
it does work, but it's very labor intensive to do it that way. Yeah. All right. Any other questions or opinions on this, or suggestions?
No. Is the last book coming up?
Okay. All right, we're getting to the end here, folks. Bear with me. Okay, there we go.
This is the last book.
No, we got this one yet.
Oh, you got that one. Okay, you got that one.
Now this one here.
All Kirby books here.
This is a.
I'll show you all of them. I'll talk to it before we leave.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay.
This one is okay. This is a beater. Okay. This is a definition of a beater here.
That book was loved. That's for sure.
Oh, Tony, this thing had an affair ages ago. Okay. Yeah. I mean, look at the crease on that. Look at the dog ears up here. Look at the raggedness of that cover.
It's nice. That cover's nice and white, though.
Tony, how long has it been since you've been to the optometrist, sir?
No, the inside cover. The inside.
Oh, the inside. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's not too bad.
It's nice and white.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's over there. A little bit there, but anyway.
You can barely see the creases.
The big problem here is there's no back cover. But gentlemen, I happen to have a back cover that fits this comic.
Oh, okay.
So I will be doing a little marriage ceremony, Tony. You can be the best man.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then I will have to now this is a square bound comic, so the challenge here is that the spine is squared, so I'm going to have to fold the cover a little bit over that spine and glue that whole spine back together. And this is going to need at least 2 presses. And I'm being very optimistic there.
I hope you paid him well for this.
Now, some of these books that I got, it was all going to be my experiment with the washing and cleaning. But then I realized I'm not going to have time.
Yeah, exactly.
More time before I know how to do these things.
Send it to Metarog. He'll do it. Yeah, it's like Mikey. He'll eat any cereal. He won't eat anything, right? All right.
See, that's the thing with Mikey. Everybody gets that wrong. Mikey didn't like anything. He
didn't like anything. You're right.
When he ate the cereal.
Well, I think it's Namman's the Mikey then. Okay.
Methods on Golden Age books, Roger. Do you use same methods on Golden Age? I don't think so. I doubt it.
Golden Age books. The only difference is that Golden Age books, believe it or not, are much hardier.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Than Bronze Age comics. But if unfortunately they're so old, they get some of them, if they're brittle, then they start disintegrating on you. So if the integrity of the Golden Age book is even average, it's really no problem, no different. except you use a little lower heat and longer presses time, but that's it. Okay, basic clean, prayer. Oh, sorry.
Couple of rosaries.
Couple of rosaries, a couple of late night sessions, over at the Baptist church.
So Roger, I'm curious. You mentioned you had the back cover for this book.
I do. I have a couple of comics that are all beat up, and I have the back cover for this one.
And do you intentionally so when you pick up books, do you intentionally pick them up with cover restoration in mind, or just what's your how do you do that? What's your calculus for saving covers?
Well, you're giving me too much credit there, Otaku. I just happen to have a couple of not a couple, probably several dozen very beat up comics, very ragged comics, and I use them and I cannibalize them for parts.
Gotcha.
Like staples and coupons or whatever. So and I happen to have one that has no front cover. Well, I don't remember what comic it was, but I have the back cover.
Yeah. You remember watching the Toy Story?
Uh-huh.
You remember that kid's toy room, the evil kid's toy room?
Yeah.
Sid. Yeah, Sid. Yeah.
Now,
yeah, he would take other toys and put all different parts of them together. Yeah.
Now the back cover that you're putting on that, is it the same back cover on the original?
Same back and same interior back cover. Yeah.
Wow.
Roger has this issue in a better condition. He's simply going to pull it out and say he did the work.
Yeah, I made sure that I when I looked at it, it was the same in the back and also the interior back. Yeah. So it's going to be Major Frankenstein, but it'll work, All right, then once I do that, once I press it, basic clean, cold press it, then attach back cover. And then here's the problem. Once I glue it, I can't press. Well, I could press it because this is a square bound, but I don't want to. So what I'm probably going to do is cold press it again after I reattach it.
Okay.
So attach back cover and then another cold press.
Not to sound like an idiot. So that's it's in the presser, but there's no heat on it, right? That's basically
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just pressure.
Just the weight is going to push it down.
It's just the clamping down pressure, and what the thing is, the back cover I have to see it. I think it's in good condition, but I can't dig it out now. It's buried back there. But if it's kind of wrinkly, I might actually put it on a coverless comic and press it and then put it in here. So that might be the way to do it, actually, because that way that one will come out flat, So I'm going to put here a little asterisk. Maybe press back cover separately. Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, that's why I love these kind of sessions, right? Because you get little ideas and then little epiphanies. Right?
This is so educational, amazing, man.
All right. Okay, just one left.
All right.
What was the artist on that cover? Was it Gil Kane?
This one here?
Yeah.
That's like Gil Kane.
That looks like it may be Ramita.
Ramita.
Somebody look it up. Giant Size Master Kung Fu 1. Okay, Roger has this issue in better condition. He's simply to pull it out and say he did the work. Yeah, right. That would there's no way I could get away with that. There's no way I get away with that.
All right, this is the reason. This is the reason that I was gonna. Okay, so Tony, you remember asking me if where I get these books? This one I got from my comic shop.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I got it because I knew Roger can clean it. So
They
I
say
think the artist is Ron Wilson.
Ron Wilson. Okay, great. I
Because
should recognize that.
it has this mark. Roger, you want to show that little mark?
Yeah, you can't see it?
No.
Okay.
That right there.
Oh, right there. Yep.
I saw that on my comic shop, and I say, that's the cheapest book I could get from a $60 million man. But I know Roger can clean it. And I asked Roger, hey, I got this book from my comic shop. Can you clean it? And he says, yes. So I
Okay,
said,
so all right, wait a minute, Namman. You picked up these books for you to clean and practice, but you found out it was going to be too much. But you got this one just for Roger to do it, right?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
This was yeah.
Yeah.
Those other books were previously pickups. This is the most recent one.
Okay, all right.
This is the one where I say, you know what, I'm not going to do cleaning myself. Then I realized I could actually send it to Roger because I saw Otaku send it to Roger, and I said, you know what, maybe and so I called Roger and said, hey Roger, I got this thing right here. I showed to him and I said, hey, can you clean that one? He said, yeah. So I said, you know what, that's the cheapest one I could get from my comic shop. There's a more expensive one that was in better condition, but I didn't want to spend that kind of money. So I say, just give me this one because I wanted it.
Okay. So, first of all, I don't think this is mold up here.
I don't think it is too.
Yeah. It has a texture. It has a texture to it.
Hey Slippy. Hey Slippy.
Hey Damien, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, hopefully it won't cost $6 million to fix. You're right about that. It has a texture to it, like this is a substance of some sort.
Smell it.
Here, Tony, go ahead. I want to say it's like maybe like a jelly.
Jelly
that hardened on there.
Like strawberry jelly.
He's selling these books.
Maybe it's Nutella.
Nutella, yeah. Yeah, that's it. All right. But that is not mold, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Manchu.
Hey, Drew, how you doing, bud? Long time no see.
Hey, Jackson.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
The edges here look a little chipped, a little brittle.
Going to his own firstborn son. My firstborn son, Roger.
Yeah. Listen, I don't need another mouth to feed around here. Okay. So it looks a little bit brittle. So I would soak this anyway.
Yeah.
But back here we have a whole missing chunk here on the back.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got a chunk like that.
No, Tony, I don't have a chunk like that. Okay. Now, Charlton's, guys.
Sometimes you gotta eat PB&J when reading comics.
That's right. Charlton's, guys. They unfortunately present a very unique challenge.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, they have incredibly cheap paper.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember when I put my tape on that area, you found it?
And right here somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So you have to treat this like a newborn baby, These things the ink will run if you look at it too long. The pages will rip if you so much as bend them a little bit when it's wet. And you can see already.
Miracles, Roger.
What?
We expect miracles, Roger.
No miracles here. I leave that up to my Lord God. Okay.
Hey, you didn't tell me that.
Well, sorry, that's inferred. So you see right here the brittleness of the it doesn't look that bad, like the color doesn't look that bad. But
Jackson,
I have experience with these
excuses.
Yeah, right. I have experience with these Charltons, and they they are not good.
I love this. He can't rebuild it.
Hey, Christina, welcome. Thank you for coming. Excuses. So yeah, of course, I am not Oscar though. Sorry.
We'll put it through a space shuttle, and send it out there and have it crash. We can.
I'm not that close to Cape Canaveral, so forget about that. Okay.
$6 million man.
All right. So this, Namman.
Hey, Christina.
Thanks, Christina.
Yeah, thanks for. She's a great moderator.
Yes, she is.
Okay, so what are we going to do here, guys? Basic clean. Just to get, it's not that dirty, but just to get anything that might inhibit the press or whatever, right? This is going to need 2 different types of soak. Antibacterial soak.
So
and hopefully that will loosen that stuff, whatever that is there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do that for 30 minutes.
All right. Christina, thank you for all the links.
When I say 30 minutes, that's I put it in there, I check in 30 minutes, and then evaluate whether it needs more time or whatever.
This should be called Namman and the chips on of a gun.
You guys are too much over there. Then I'm going to have to do another calcium carbonate soak. I can tell you these Charltons, man. You got to soak them like you got to strengthen that paper because it will just disintegrate on you. All right, so we're going to do that soak and then distilled water to remove the prior 2 agents. Okay, that 5-minute soak should be fine to get rid of that. Calcium carbonate, 20 minutes. Let's look at the interior here, guys.
Is that black stuff that's running over by that?
What was that?
The ink is running over the blackness right over that.
Where?
Next page.
On the front, the first page.
First page right there. You see that $6 million?
Oh, here. Yeah. Here. I told you, Charltons, man.
Yeah.
The only good thing is that this one doesn't have the serrated bottom that a lot of them do.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it looks like a saw down here. Okay. So at least you have a fairly good copy that way. But the inks are they are so easy to run.
So, my comic shop gave this one 2, right? 2?
Yeah, I'd say that's about right.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, soaking the interior of a Charlton is folly.
Yeah.
Because I tell you so much as look at it too long, the ink starts coming off. I don't know what kind of ink they use, but it was like.
Even if you just use water. Even if you just use water.
Yeah, even if you just use water. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. There's a little bit of this is probably something from the printing press or whatever, but I can try to remove it down here. See this here?
Yeah, the blue stuff.
Yeah, that looks. You see how it's looked framed there? So that's probably the plate that something got on it.
Well, I mean, if something like that, I would leave it alone.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
part of the book, right? I mean that's.
Yeah. It's a printing defect of sorts, but Otaku's had one and I managed to get it out.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean,
But it wasn't a Charlton.
It wasn't a Charlton. That's right. It was a Marvel, a little. It's got a little blunted edge there. A little bit of tanning on the extreme perimeter. But, for a Charlton, this is not too bad, honestly. The pages are fairly supple, which is surprising, honestly.
There's nothing like a supple page.
Yeah, right, Tony. Suppleness is
those
what you
really
want.
Nice. Those are really nice panels.
Okay. But yeah, this. Look at here, guys. See where the staples are. There's a tear there and there and there.
Yeah.
Charltons, man, these things. Okay. Enough complaining, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so There's no guarantee here, Namman. Okay.
You'll be funny
my
how we got
friend.
the book back and all the ink was washed away.
So after
I think Roger knows better. If one page gets washed away, he's not going to do next page.
True. But no, I'm not going to soak the interiors. It doesn't need it, first of all, and second of all, again, it's a zero-sum stuff. It's just not going to work. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, guys. This is the plan, I think.
Okay.
We do the basic clean. We leave that alone for now. Okay. We do the antibacterial soak for 30 minutes. See if that comes up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't, we don't panic, but we'll continue. Do the calcium carbonate soak to remedy this.
Slippy want me to draw my own interior.
See, that would be to remedy this very brittle and acid soak cover. And then we do the distilled water for 5 minutes to remove those chemical agents. We'll let it dry. And then if this is still there, I have an idea of how to, I'll soak it with a little bit of lighter fluid. Yes, Jackson, finally the lighter fluid comes out.
Are you happy, Jackson? Are you happy now?
And then I'll blot it a little bit. You have to be careful because it will eventually take off the ink, right? I mean, obviously you're going to put under here something non-soluble, right?
Mm-hmm.
You blot it a little bit. Hopefully that'll remove it enough. Let it dry, and then use the basic stuff: Zorine, gum eraser, etc., etc. Okay.
Hey, I'm okay with the $6 billion man. Okay, no man.
And then we will hopefully the cover will be supple. We will reassemble the comic, and then hopefully it'll take a press for Charlton's. I tell you, they make me nervous as heck. 20 minutes at 165 degrees, and we'll cold press it for 12 hours. And then we'll reevaluate and see what else needs to be done, if anything.
You know what? I mean, this was just for myself. So
Okay.
I trust you. I trust you.
Thanks. No pressure there.
Kyung, I know how much you like that book and how much you like, Steve Austin and that show. But my question to both Roger and you, the risk versus reward on that particular book, is it worth putting the effort in if at the end of the process it ends up compromising what the appearance from the standard the appearance is now versus potentially getting much worse?
Well, I was gonna. Reason I called Roger on this particular book was about $20. Okay, I always wanted it, and matter of fact, if Roger fails at this, so to me is finding out that Roger can fix this. If Roger, let's say Roger fixed this, right? That means any books like that, I could shuffle and say, hey, this is $40 book, this is $20 book. And if I could get Roger to fix this, I would pay for $20 book. Even if I have to pay Roger $20, So, that, of course, Roger's not going to accept it. So that's
No. I always tell everybody I'm an amateur at this. Okay, I do a lot of trial and error, and I say that I told the same thing to Otaku, right? I mean, I do this because for me it's fun, it's challenging, and I love to help you guys with your collections because you guys, you're like family to me, and so whatever I can do to help you, it's a joy for me, And
also I've been wanting to do this myself. right?
Yeah, I know you tried.
And I know I never actually tried. So having Roger, show me all the nuances of cleaning books, before I actually start my own. I think that would be easier for me than just start from the fresh, right? So,
True. Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that I could learn some shortcuts and stuff, and that would be very encouraging if Roger can fix that $20 book and turn it into $40 book. Then I'd be willing to do that, no problem.
Well, I will tell you this. I mean, I can't guarantee anything, but I can almost guarantee that it will look better than it does today.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Like that jelly stain or whatever that is. I mean, I'll at least reduce it some.
Mm-hmm.
The cover, I'm going to rehydrate it so it's not going to be so brittle.
Right.
I'm pretty confident about that. There's always a slight risk of color loss, with Charlton's especially, but I've kind of owned my processes for Charlton's, and the last 10 or 12 have come out pretty well. So again, there is a little bit of risk, like Otaku was asking. Is it worth it? I think it is. I mean, at this level of what my knowledge base is and the confidence that I have in the processes that I do, I think it's worth it. If I didn't, I wouldn't have told Namman, hey, send this to me. Because the things that I know here, I mean, I didn't make these out of the ether. I mean, I looked at other channels, Jerry and Collecting Chaos and Dr. Liberty Hill. I mean, and also because of my experience in doing this for the 20, not this, everything like now, right? But in 20 years, I've been fiddling with comics, for 20 years, and sort of, I kind of know how far to push them, So for me, it's fun because, when I got the press, it's like it opened up a whole nother world to me, because like Otaku knows, some of the comics he sent me were kind of ugly, and I'm really proud of that Thor 337. That thing came out gorgeous, I'm not so high about the Lois Lane, but that's another story,
What are you about to say, Old Wolf? What were you about to say? You were about to say something?
No, but
okay.
I appreciate you giving me the time.
Yeah, man, it's great to see you again, man. All right, so Under the Cowl has a question here. Let's look at this real quick before we go. Can you save a signature and can you remove mouse pee? I have a Stan Lee comic signed by Stan and family of mice made it their repeated pit stop and leaked into the bag.
Ooh.
Okay, this is a yes and a no. I can remove the mouse pee, yes. The signature, that's the problem. Because unless I can isolate that area somehow, it's most certainly going to run. So
now, if you take the signature off, that's okay. But
no, not Stan
Oh,
Lee. No.
You'll never get it again.
You'll never get that again. The man's no longer around. Yeah. So now, Kirby, there are people like Jerry, I think, is one of them who might be able to do it, right? But that's beyond my knowledge base to be able to remove that and continue with this and the signature to be intact. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I know everything. No, I know very little, but I know the niches that I can do, and I don't go outside those parameters because I just don't have the confidence to.
So it's a Lee versus P.
Yeah, Lee versus P. Yeah, but yeah, I did have a comic that had a real pungent ammonia smell, which I assume was urine of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to soak that thing 5 times, but it came out. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Kirby, but again, I wouldn't risk. I would not risk it doing that myself. But somebody like Jerry might be able to do it. Yeah.
those mice were on the Kirby side of the debate.
Yeah. That's I think this is great advice right here. Yeah, check with Jerry the Jitterbug, because that's a comic that you definitely want to preserve. You know,
Yeah, no kidding.
that's a historical document, or Stan Lee. You have very few bigger icons than Stan Lee in this industry. So, yeah, sure. So, all right, gentlemen, I think we're done for now. So, what I'm going to do, probably this weekend, I'm going to start tackling these guys. Do you want me to do like little progress reports, Namman, or on Instagram, or what?
Just take all your time you want. I don't want to push you into anything, so
okay.
Take all your time,
Okay. I mean, I think it's going to take at least 2 or 3 weeks. Between my job and working on the house and working on this.
That's faster than I expected too. So that's fine.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what though, when I finish a few, I'll shoot out some pictures. I don't know if you want to be surprised like Otaku did, or if you want to have progress reports, you let me know.
Progress reports fine. If you want to do it, that's fine. It's up to you.
Okay. I'm gonna start with the Charlton because I think that's going to be not the most challenging per se, but the one that is more fraught with danger. And then hopefully from there it's downhill. Okay.
Cool. Very informative. Thanks, Roger, and all. Yeah.
Yes. No problem. No problem. Hey, listen. It's great that you guys. I didn't expect this many people to come on at this hour for this kind of show. It's great to see Tony again, my buddy from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And Tony, I was thinking about you just a couple days ago because I was reading that Iron Man and Submariner that you sent me long ago, and I was like, boy, what a beautiful comic that is. Thank you so much, my friend, for thinking of
I would say he want to see the outcome, so we have another video.
Hey, Travis, Comics with Bueller. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Travis.
I hope you're doing well.
Me too, bud.
We go way back, Travis and I. I was one of his very first subscribers, I do recall.
Wow.
Back when he was doing things like talking about butterflies on the bags, and he did this upside down video, and he went under his old house to pick up his spinner rack. Yeah, great guy. Hopefully we can meet up sometime soon, Travis, when you're down in Florida. All right, gentlemen. Bedtime is a calling me.
Oh yeah. Me too.
So thank you very much for being here. Again, we'll do this again once Namman gets this back. Let's do this again, and we'll look at him again, see before and after. I will take pictures, so I will keep records and things like that. And I'd love to have you guys back. And once we do the after, sometime next month.
Your channel, if
whatever you wish. My channel, your channel, whoever channel you want. I don't care. I just want the product to be out there, the results to be shown. So
yeah. All right,
everybody.
Take